All right, let's just jump right in. We're about to peel back the curtain on the rules that run our entire universe. And I'll tell you right now, you might need to forget everything you think you know about a solid, predictable world. We're going quantum.
And I want to kick things off with a question that, well, it might sound a little out there. What if the world around you, the chair you're sitting on, the air you're breathing, you, what if it isn't as solid and fixed as it feels? That's kind of the wild journey quantum physics takes us on.
Because here's the big secret. When you zoom way, way down to the tiniest scales imaginable, the universe stops dealing in certainties and starts playing with probabilities. It's a world of maybes and could-bes. And today, we're going to look at 3 major clues that show us how this all works.
Okay, so our first clue into this new reality is something that just completely shatters our everyday experience. It's this idea that a single thing can be 2 totally opposite things at the exact same time.
You know, in our world, the world we see, things are pretty simple. You've got particles, right, like tiny solid grains of sand. And you've got waves, like the ripples spreading out in a pond. They're completely different. But the quantum view, it just says, nope. An electron or a little packet of light can act like a spread out blurry wave 1 second, and then like a tiny pinpointed particle the next. And here's the kicker. Its behavior totally depends on how you measure it or interact with it.
So the big takeaway here is this. It's not a choice. It's not one or the other. It's both. The quantum world is kind of shifty, and its true nature only snaps into focus when we interact with it. Now remember that word, interaction. It's going to be a big deal.
Let's move on to our second clue and see how this all connects. So if an object can be a spread out wave, what is it a wave of exactly? Well, it's a wave of all the places the particle could be all at once.
To really wrap our heads around this, let's use a super simple analogy. Picture a coin spinning in the air. While it's up there, just spinning away, is it heads or tails? The answer is kind of neither and also kind of both. It just holds the potential to be either one.
See, a normal coin that's landed on the table has to be either heads or tails. It has one definite state. But a quantum system? It's like that spinning coin. It can genuinely exist in a weird mix of states, heads and tails at the same time. It's not that we just don't know the answer yet. It's that the answer, for a moment, is literally all of the above.
Now, this absolutely mind-bending property has a name. It's called superposition. It's the power of a quantum system to hold all its possibilities as a real physical thing, not just in our imagination. That potential is real. The system literally is a wave of possibilities. So what makes it finally, pick a side? That's where measurement, or that word again, interaction, comes back in. And this isn't some magical thing about a person consciously looking at it. Nope. Any physical interaction, a photon of light bouncing off an electron, a detector going click, that's what forces the wave of possibilities to just collapse into one single definite outcome. The spinning coin finally lands.
Okay, if you thought that was strange, you might want to buckle up for our third and final clue. This is where quantum mechanics goes from just being weird to sounding, well, frankly, impossible. But the thing is, it's a proven fact of how our universe works.
Let's use a famous analogy for this one, entanglement. Imagine we have a pair of gloves. We put each one in a separate sealed box. We keep one box here on Earth, and we send the other one all the way to the moon. Now, the second you open your box on Earth and you see a left-handed glove, what do you know instantly about the glove on the moon? You know, without a doubt, that it has to be the right-handed one. The crazy quantum part is this. Until you opened your box, each box contained a glove that was in a superposition of being both left and right. The act of you looking at one didn't just tell you its state, it forced it to become left-handed, and in that exact same instant, forced the other one on the moon to become right-handed.
And this is just a staggering idea. It means those 2 particles, those 2 gloves, were never really separate things to begin with, even if they were light years apart. They were always just 2 parts of a single connected system. Space just didn't matter.
So, we've got our clues. Objects are both waves and particles. They can be in many states at once. They can be mysteriously linked across any distance. What kind of a picture of reality does all this paint?
Well, a really clear pattern starts to show up. Wave-particle duality tells us things aren't solid little marbles. They're more like waves of possibility. Superposition tells us that these waves are made up of multiple outcomes all happening at once. And entanglement? That shows us that different particles can actually share a single unified wave of possibility between them.
This gives us a whole new rulebook for reality.
First, it's not certain, it's probabilistic. It's a game of odds. Second, it's not made up of a bunch of separate things. It's fundamentally connected and relational. And third, reality isn't just a static picture out there. It only becomes definite when something interacts with it.
Now, right about now, you might be thinking, okay, this is fascinating stuff, but it's super abstract. Why does any of this matter to me? Well, it turns out that all this weirdness is actually the engine that powers our entire modern world.
Seriously, make no mistake about it. These are not just thought experiments for physicists to debate. We've actually figured out how to harness these bizarre quantum rules to build the very technology that defines our lives today. The computer, or the phone that you're watching this on right now. Its tiny microchips only work because we understand the quantum wave nature of electrons. Lasers, the incredible machines that give us MRI scans, and of course the quantum computers that are going to change everything. Every single one of them is built on the foundation of superposition, duality, and entanglement.
And this really brings us to the ultimate takeaway from all of this. This is the idea that changes everything. Reality isn't just out there somewhere, finished, shimmering dance of potential. It's a reality that only becomes solid, that only becomes real, when something, anything, reaches out and interacts with it. So what does that really mean, that the universe is just waiting for a nudge to decide what it's going to be? Now that's something to think about.